Evening everyone and welcome to the iceHQ Ice Rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia for the iceHQ Recreational League Grand Final game for Division 8 between the Happies in the black and gold and the Melbourne Amateur Hockey Club, or the Amos. I'm not really quite sure what you call that colour. It's sort of a very faded yellow, a euphemism for which we won't use at this particular point in time. It's going to be an interesting battle between these two teams. They finished top and second top on the ladder. Statistically, it's quite interesting. The Happies finished on top with 28 points, Amos with 26 points. So pretty clear, just the two teams 14 and 13 wins apiece. The big difference is the plus minus, and that's the ratio of goals scored to goals scored against them. The Happies finished with a plus minus of plus 24, which is pretty respectable for a team that finished first. The Amos, on the other hand, finished with a plus minus of plus 54, so they scored 54 more goals than were scored against them throughout the season, which is a huge differential. Normally a team with that split you would expect to be well and truly on top of the ladder, but that's not how it worked out. So this one will be a very interesting game indeed. For the Amos, the most dangerous scorer that the Happies will need to be aware of is Matthew Nottage, who has got the most number of points in the league for this division. Also, fortunately, however, for the Happies, he's looked at quite a lot of penalty minutes. He's sat 14 minutes. He's given away almost an entire period. So the Amos will know if they can shut him down, they're a threat. And they've been a bit more spread out. Jason Latham scored quite a few. He scored 13 goals in the season. So too Benny Duncalf with 11. A lot of these players in the Happies have come up through the development program here. Watch out in particular, some very strong players, the Jucket boys, and Ben Duncalf, who will be a threat. So too Dave Wozniowski. And one to really keep an eye on will be Yvette Thomas. He's a small, feisty and fierce. For the Amos, as mentioned, Matthew Nottage will be very difficult to defend against, and so too Michael East, who's pretty good at scoring goals as well. And they've got a pretty deep team too. Atwood, for them, may be a little bit tired. He's just come off playing in a previous grand final where the Amos went down to the Griffins 5-3. So they'll be looking to try and get one back for their group, and the Happies will be looking to try and deny them the opportunity. 3 16-minute periods here. It's the last grand final in the Recreation League here for winter 2025. It's been a lot of grand finals in the last 3 days. The Griffins winning the previous one 5-3 over the Amos in the Division 9. This is Div 8. Standard will be a little bit higher. The game will be a little bit faster. A little bit more fierce. And we're about to get the game underway. It should be a cracker. As the referee drops the puck. Face off for one initially cleanly by the Amos. They come blasting up through the middle on the stick of Atwood. Sorry, not Atwood. That was Nottage. Nottage gets the first shot away. It's absolutely the danger play here. He scored a lot of points, but if they can upset him and get him in the box, then the Happies give themselves a pretty good chance. This time the face-off not really won cleanly by anyone, but it comes back to Nottage again. He plays across ice to his D partner, who flings it in high, but it goes ineffectively wide. The Happies looking to try and shut it down. Nottage this time can't keep it in. It gets past him. The puck always trickles all the way down, and technically that's going to count as a shot on their goaltender there, Chris Polo. Chris Polo's been a bit of a legend of ice hockey here at iceHQ for quite a number of years. Only just recently started playing in net, and is getting all the extra ice time that goalies will end up with. In the net for the Happies is Sardim Taz, another player who came up through the development program. He will be a force in the net for them as long as he can keep his head screwed on as well. For goalies, it's a mental game as much as a physical one. The concentration required, and also the ability to reset when things do go wrong, because it will sometimes. But here come the Amos, trying to get past everyone. Blasting through was Froggatt, but he ran into a brick wall. He wasn't getting past Nathan Bennett, who said, not this time, sunshine. This time the puck just blasted out of the zone by Page for the Amos, who tried to get it through, but couldn't get it out of the zone cleanly. Now the Amos looking to reset around the board side to clean the puck out. They go cross ice out of D. They get away with it. They went just through the feet there of Griffith. So there's that risky cross ice pass. You're going to dance with that one. Sooner or later you're going to lose your footing. Not quite able to get on. That was Musso who's been effective. But now it is on the stick of Latham. Very effective goal scorer. Goes across the front, and then Latham goes behind the goalie, trying desperately not to crash into Chris Polar, and instead runs into the net. And the referees will have to reset it. And we'll have a face-off deep in the defensive zone for the Amos in that sort of yellow jersey. Anyway, What it really looks like, we can't say in polite company. But the puck is now won by them cleanly. They get through the face-off. They're blasting back now. They've got to get past Juckett, though, who's watching carefully for the Happies. And they get the puck out of the zone just with a little bit of a backhand trickler there by Jack Juckett. And Daniel Juckett now has to go back. Looks up the boards, sees the boards are taken away from him, tries to go through the middle. The ammo's got to stick onto it. And firing through traffic was a good chance there, Bennett. I don't know that Imtaz saw it, but it went. But luckily for the Happies, it went wide. Now it's in the corner for the Ammos looking to play it into the slot. They had someone loose in Wilson, but couldn't get it through to them. And now the Happies will clear it out of the zone. It gets across to Juckett, who's racing across to try and pick it up, but it's picked up instead by Nottage, who runs into a brick wall. You're allowed to contest space, and you don't have to get out of the way. So you might think that's not legal contact, but it is. It's not a non-contact game, it's a non-checking game. Puck fired in from a distance, just bounces in. It was Bentley who fired the cannon, but it hit a few bodies and then trickled in, and Imtaz in the end made that one an easy save. Defensive zone face-off now for the Happies. 12.5 minutes to play in the first. 2 shots apiece, no goals. This time the puck comes across the front nicely for the Ammos, and they score. It just trickled across the front of the slot, not quite able to get onto it, the Happies. And the goal there scored by, I think, Robbie Blunson got that one. Nice piece of a pick-up, and Imtaz couldn't get across to it in time. So the initial goal there scored by the Ammos. You can see here on the top down, it just goes over the right. It's a beautiful shot, just over the shoulder of Imtaz. It's a really awkward angle for a goalie to try and save. Lovely shot. Ammos chip it through. Trying to pick it up was Page, but it was dispossessed. Musso chips it through for the Happies as the Ammos look to try and reset. Griffith gets onto a backhand, doesn't clear the zone though. Losing the puck under his feet as Griffith came back to clean up the mess was Samuel Percy. Now coming back the other way with some speed is Benny Duncalf, who loses his footing and the puck and everything in the process, and goes for a bit of a tumble down towards the net. You've got to take the puck with you though if you're going to score a goal that way. Here they come back the other way, and picking it up and racing over in a hurry is Chantel Ning, who gets the puck, chips it up the boards wisely, gets past the pressure as the Happies tried to chip it back in. Now, not quite offside there. It was a pretty close call there. Sam Percy looked like he might have been offside, but the referees have a pretty good angle on it. And here goes a high stick on Griffith. Surprised that one didn't get called. You see his stick bouncing off a helmet. Wasn't intentional, but that's not the point. The referee maybe not at the angle to see it. It was right in front of where I'm standing, right here beside the ice, as it's chipped up the ice now, and with a bit of a chance, racing up with some speed. Duncalf doesn't quite get there in time. Going to have to get back in a hurry. As the last line of defence for the Happies and Nathan Bennett, but he blows a tyre as he flings the puck in deep. This ice is slippery stuff. And now the Ammos look to clear it out of the zone, but they don't. It's kept into the slot, looking for a connection with Jack Juckett. Juckett goes behind the net, runs into too many bodies from the Ammos, but puck does go across the front of the net for the Happies. It was a good chance. Now Juckett with it. He fires the cannon, it goes wide. Polar saw that one. And reaching over now to be the last line of defence was Bennett, who's had to do that a couple of times now. Juckett chips it through, gets it on to the stick of Trent Shaw. Shaw around the back, he's dispossessed. As it was the danger man there in Nottage, who now has the puck on his stick. He chips it in deep, but offside briefly was Mazzarella, who had to reset. Still offside, the Happies. And that was, in the end, Michael East, who was caught offside. And we'll have the face-off just outside the defensive zone for the Happies. 1 goal the lead at the moment to the Ammos, with 9 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the first. It's early days. Sam McDonald lining up to take the face-off for the Happies against Eastie. It's won by him. Dave Winelski tries to blast his way through. Sheer force of will and bulk, and he got through, but didn't quite take the puck with him all the way. This time, though, the Happies get the puck into the zone. Just losing it under his feet there was McDonald. And they clear it out. Gets past the defence there of Yvette Thomas, who has to race back, but it's gone for icing. If you're not familiar with the rule of icing, which you might not be if you're watching this coverage, if the puck is played from your half of the rink, so your side of the red line down the middle, and it crosses the goal line at the other end and no one touches it, the referee thinks no one could have touched it, then it's called icing and you're brought back for a defensive zone face-off. In a lot of leagues, they will enforce that you can't get a change if you ice the puck. We don't enforce that here at iceHQ in our rec league, so there's no real sting in the tail. Blasting through now with some speed, getting past everyone on his stick. Shot fired, however, the save made by Sadim Taz. Robbie Blunson got a good breakaway, got through everyone except the one that mattered. Sadim Taz there making the save in the end quite nicely. It was straight into his midsection. The goalies are pretty well padded, and you can understand why. That puck hits pretty hard, and it's not soft. It might be made of rubber, but it's not soft rubber, that's for sure. Face off this time won by the Happies, but they can't get control of it. It's brought back up to the point, flinging it in from a distance, but it hit a body, didn't make it through. Shaw got in the way of the shot from Atwood. Duncalf now with the puck trying to find some help. Gets it up to Shaw, maybe offside, but not, was Musso. Happy setting up an attacking triangle as trying to get the puck in there was Daniel Juckett. Happies were changing at the time as well. They had a player or two just missing. As Duncalf now circles around, tries to get a shot away, but there's bodies in the way and his stick is tampered with. Another chance for them though as Juckett gets the puck. He has to fire it in if he can. He's got pressure. He gets a shot away. Paola's exposed out of position, but they can't get enough advantage of Paola's in terrible position there behind the net. He has to get back in front in a hurry. The Happies couldn't take advantage of it. As now the Ammos look to clear the puck out of the zone, but battling away on the boards there. Juckett managed to keep it in 2 or 3 times. We have a whistle. And it's going to be a penalty. And it's going to be on Daniel Juckett, who's going to sit 2 for a cross-check. So he'll sit 2 minutes. And the Ammos will have a numerical advantage for 2 minutes or less. If they score a goal, then the penalty is wiped. But otherwise, they've got 5 on, and the Happies just have the 4. They will need to structure their defence. The first thing they can do is clear the puck out of the zone, but Nottage fires a cannon, goes wide. There's a little bit of indecision there. The Ammo's not quite sure who was going to get the puck as they take a tumble. And we're going to get another penalty. I think Shaw was bowled over by Bentley, and Bentley will have to sit 2. So it'll be 4 on 4 for about 1.5 minutes. A lot of real estate. Wayne Gretzky's favourite style of game was 4 on 4. The cross-ice pass works in 4 on 4 hockey because there's no centre taking the middle lane away. A lot more space. This is an NHL-sized rink, and 4 on 4 is a lot of room. So the fast players love it. In particular, you can see there the threat posed by Robbie Blunson, who's fast. And they're circling around looking for the puck, but he runs into Big Dave Wisniewski, who just dumps it in deep. Takes the opportunity away, but you've got to have possession as well. Wisniewski, we need to put some pressure on him. Not able to take the pass, though, was Blunson. Just fanning on the clearance, the Happies, but they clear the puck out of the zone at least, which is good for them. It comes back the other way onto the stick of Ossis, who dumps it in deep. He's got onto the stick of Latham. Latham dispossessed, can't take it with him, but they keep it in the zone, the Happies. Just dumped in the Ossis again. 40 seconds to go on the 4 on 4. As Nottage tries to get past everyone. He's made about 1 million steps in every direction, but didn't take the puck with him. He takes a tumble. Everyone falling over in the slot. An innocent collision, but the referee does have a hand up for a penalty. I think it's going to be Wisniewski who'll be sitting. No, Wisniewski's was an innocent collision, according to the ref. Or was it? This is going to run the clock down on the Happy's first penalty. The referee's having a bit of discussion about what to do about it. Might be Wisniewski who will have to sit. No, they're bringing out Jason Latham to sit the penalty. As the clock runs down on the Happy's first penalty, but now it'll be back to 4 on 4 for about 80 or so seconds, or maybe 70 by the time this mess is all sorted out. And then it will be a power play to the Ammos. So the clock a little bit confused at the moment on the penalty count. The scorers just waiting to catch up with what's going on. But we've got 4 on 3 briefly until the puck is dropped. Juckett comes back onto the ice. He's looking to involve himself straight away in the play as the Happies look to set up their defence. It goes, the puck is fired across the front of him, Taz. We're now 5 on 4 as Bentley's back on the ice. And the Happies now on the kill for a bit over 1.5 minutes. As we are 3 and a bit minutes to go in the first. chipping the puck through everyone nicely there was Percy, but he couldn't take the puck with him. He was dispossessed, and now the Ammos look to play cross ice. So just Sam McDonald couldn't quite intercept that pass. It was a risky one made there by Hockley. It's now the Ammos reset. They're on the power play for another minute and a bit. But, Yvette Thomas, in the end, wisely chips the puck out of the ice and clears it out of the zone. At least I think it was Yvette. I tell a lie. It was Musso. No, it was Yvette. Shot fired, gets through no one, unfortunately, there for Michael East. Had a chance. Sad Imtaz had the 5-hole open, but he got down and shut it in time as East took the shot for the Ammos. 2 minutes to play. 48 seconds to go on the penalty on Latham. By the time the puck is dropped, it's 40 seconds to go. Trying to get a shot away, but under pressure was Mazzarella. As the Happies look to clear the puck out of the zone. They try and chip it up the boards and they get it out of the zone nicely, forcing all of the Ammos to have to turn around. That gave them a little bit of breathing space as Juckett dumps it in deep, getting past the pressure of Mazzarella. They've still got 20 seconds to go on the penalty kill, and then they'll have Latham back on the ice. Latham's been very effective. Good goal scorer for the Happies. They want him on the ice, not in the penalty box, that's for sure. As Juckett dumps it in, down again once more, all the way. It's a wise thing to do on a penalty kill. You see them not putting a lot of pressure on, just disrupting the breakout. As Duncalf goes in, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Latham back onto the ice. But he skates over to get a change. Another team electing to do that and basically skated straight away from the puck that went past behind him. And no one gets on the ice either for the Happies. A little bit disorganised there on the bench. There's a note for young players. When you come out of the penalty box, watch the game. If there's a chance to get involved in it, get involved in it. It seems kind of obvious, but a lot of teams choose to pull players straight out of the box and straight over for a change. And well, you can see what happens when you do. Latham back on the ice now, though. He's sitting high, looking to try and get the cannon fired, but that won't happen as the Ammos break it out. Nice break down the side. Imtaz forced to make the save. There's another one of those quick moves by Robbie Blunsom. He's done that a number of times so far this evening. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Ammos with a 1-goal lead over the Happies. 6 shots for them to the Happies. They've had the dominance of the play so far. A number of good breakaway chances too, and they've really had to rely on Imtaz, the Happies, thus far. They win the face-off this time cleanly. Rim it around the boards, trying to find Musso. Musso goes out to put some pressure onto Hockley and gets past her. They battle on the boards. Not quite able to get much with it was Latham, who ended up having to dump it in deep. So it will be picked up by the Ammos, who look to rim it around the back of the net. Just a little bit of indecision as to who wants the puck, but they pick it up now, and it is Blunsom who dumps the puck across, but gets a pass up. Was looking for Bentley. Sorry, looking for East. He's got it again, has Blunsom. Puck's bobbling around in the slot. Imtaz has to make the save. Second chance, it's still loose in the slot. Third chance. He's got to clear it out of the zone if they can. It's now on the stick. Thompson who tries to fire it in. Getting in the way of it, though, it's Griffith. And they clear the puck out of the zone, and it's forcing the offside. So just trapped there and having to reset was Lockwood as the Happies go over to get some changes in a hurry. Osis in a hurry to get off and get some fresh legs on for the Happies. They tried to clear the puck out of the zone, but just creeping in on the blue line was East, who stole it. And now it's Chantal Ning, and that will end the period. So at the end of the first, it's been mostly Ammos, and certainly all Ammos on the scoreboard. The goal scored by Blunsom was a beauty. Quite a few penalties through the period. Bentley with a penalty, sorry. Juckett sitting two. For a little brief moment of time, we had 5-on-3. It's all very exciting. As the two teams have their 1 minute intermission. Paola quite effective in the net. Got caught behind the net, but the Happies had a great chance where he got disorientated and was lost behind the red line. A bad place for a goalie to be. He was trying to shut the puck down, but they're actually not allowed to play the puck behind the net and freeze it. It's technically a delay of the game. Not every referee is necessarily aware of the nuance of that rule. But regardless, he got away with it and said he didn't actually manage to freeze the puck anyway, so it's a bit academic. This is the tricky period for both the teams, who are now going opposite to where their benches are. Look for changes to be a little bit more messy, more chances and opportunities for breakaways in this period. Because what will happen is the teams will have to change from the wrong side of the rink, and that can cause trouble with offsides and also just generally slower changes. A shift shouldn't be more than 45, 50 seconds or so. as the Amos win the face-off. Get a shot away. It was just wide. Percy had a great chance. Imtaz saw it go past him. He got through the face-off and turned the face-off into a shot. Nottage now flings it in from a distance, but it goes wide again. Just rattles the back. Imtaz plays it behind the net. It'll be picked up Jacket. Jacket looks up ice. He's got a whole heap of Amos offside, so he gets some room. He plays cross ice. He tried to find Shaw. Shaw has to go in and try and do something with it, but he's dispossessed. But they don't clear the puck out as Bennett now winds it in from a distance, but there was bodies in the way. Blocking that one was Percy. He goes down the other end for an icing. Winning the race to get there was Daniel Juckett. You can see the players sprinting down to get that puck on an icing. The reason for that, one of the nuances of the rule, is you can beat an icing and wash it off. So if you ice the puck, but you get to where the referee thought you'd get possession first before the other team does, they usually have to make the call before the top of the face-off circles. Then the icing is wiped and you can continue to play. So the defending team, the team that's going to be the beneficiary of the icing, has to race back anyway as well. So it's not a complete giveaway in that regard. But puck bobbled in there and Paola plucked it out of the sky. He'd like that one. Goalies love to glove the puck. It makes them feel good about themselves. The centre for the Happies gets onto the backhand, takes a shot and scores. Benny Duncalf wins the face-off, shifts it through, gives it across onto his backhand, and you see here, just chips it through from the face-off. It's loose, picks it up, gets Polar moving, and then goes short side backhand on him. A beautiful shot there, Benny Duncalf, to bring it up to an all-square game. 1 goal apiece. You're pretty happy with that one. There's one for the highlight reel for you, Ben. These two teams, again, very evenly matched. We're expecting a close game. Shaw chips it through for the, chipped it through for the Happies. The Ammo's looking to reset. They've got flying up the ice, calling for a cross-ice pass. That's a wise call, Mr. Blunsom. But all the same, they get the puck across to the stick of East. East can't keep the puck in. It's just chipped out by Juckett, who puts it back in, but only as far as the Ammo's defender in Thompson, who dumps it in deep. Now it's behind the net for the Ammos, who try and circle around. Amtaz forced to make the save. They wind again. Nottage puts it across the slot, but he's covered by bodies. Happy's very much aware of the threat, and they shut him down as he battles on the boards for the puck. He's strong. Ends up with the puck again. Tries to get onto his forehand. Winds it around. Imtaz desperately dives in front of the net and makes the save. Every time Nottage is on the ice, everyone in the Happies is holding their breath. It's always a great scoring opportunity. Happies want to be a little bit careful. Sorry, the Ammos want to be a little bit careful calling for big cross ice stretch passes out of D, as they're going to get intercepted and give away turnarounds at the worst possible place. But that's how they want to play it. It's their decision. Face off this time, just chipped through by the Happies, but the Ammos win it. Trying to get the puck into the slot, Froggatt, but it's just bobbling around. Atwood tried to fire it in. It's loose in the slot, still loose in the slot as they're battling away. Goes into the corner, and no one quite able to clear the puck out. It's all a bit random, but it ends up as a backhander shot on the net by Percy, which was good inventive play. It's still alive. Imtaz kept the puck going, and the puck just lost in the feet of the blue line by the Ammos, but they keep it in. Now it's on the stick once more. Percy gets across onto his forehand, shoots, and the save made on the post by Saad Imtaz. 12 and a bit minutes to go in the second. 1 goal apiece. Ammos with 10 shots on the net as the scorer sees it. Just a 4 from the Happies so far. But it has been a better period for the Happies thus far with that goal to Ben Duncalf from the face-off early on. Face-off won this time by the Happies, but they can't get control of it. Usually it ended up on Mazzarella. But now they clear it out of the zone, looking up ice. They find a nice connection in Wazowski. He's pushed into the corner though. He's got Latham loose if he can get it to him. Latham just floating around on the back post. The Happies managed to clear it out. They get it past Juckett, who just missed it in his feet. Looking up behind, danger man here is Corley, who skated in. Happies weren't necessarily aware of the fact that he was there, but now Latham has it. He gets onto his forehand. He gets backhand deep, but nice work there. Polar just took the angle away, forced him to go wide, and he didn't take the puck with him. Latham will be unhappy about that one. It was a great scoring chance. Now he's got another chance he regains. He fires. Puck's loose in the slot, but they're going to clear it out of the zone. The Happies just Sorry, the Ammos just get it out of the zone. Nicely played there by Lockwood. Some desperate work for them as now in they come again. Nice piece of backhand foot there by Latham. He's got Duncalf with him, who scored the earlier goal. Duncalf tried to put it across to Latham, but in the way was Lockwood. He blocked the play. Musso left the puck behind, circled the wrong way around it, just lost sight of it. Griffith now having to battle for it. As the Happies back in numbers, Musso trying to make amends. She sees the puck loose, but it's now on the stick of Bennett, who backhands it. And we will have a penalty for what looks like a hook on Maddie Griffith. Sorry, Alex Griffith, and she will have to sit 2 for a hook. That's where your stick impedes the progress of an opposition player. 10 minutes to go in the second. The Happies on the penalty kill again. This game has had a number of penalties. The previous game had a couple as well, but not too many, but certainly not what they'd want, especially not against a team like the Ammos who can score goals. They've got some very effective players when they get a bit of extra room. Imtaz forced to go down. This puck still bobbling around in the sight. This time he manages to gobble it up. Now the Happies at this point in time will be looking to run the clock down as much as possible and send the puck all the way down the other end of the rink. Send the puck to Moe. If you can. You can see that puck bobbling around. Just there on the spot there was Bentley, but he couldn't get enough onto it to get it past Imtaz. Puck behind the net. It's picked up and rimmed hard by McDonald. Gets the puck out of the zone. Racing back to pick it up now for the Ammos is Thompson, who circles around. He's got Osis just taking up a little bit of the middle space as the rest of the Happies are back in an organised defence. Getting through there, Nottage though. Gets on his forehand and shoots, but it goes wide. He'll be brewing that one. Puck again loose in the slide. It was a chance this time for Blunson. It wouldn't go for him either. On the power play, they had a couple of good chances there. Just a little bit casual with the puck. So Osis battling away with Thompson as he tried to get back into position. Thompson missing the pass across to him. It's cleared out of the zone. Nottage now with a bit of room. He looks up, sees a bit of pressure, goes around the first check, gets past Osis, tries to get onto his forehand, winds it. Imtaz gets something onto it. Maybe a helmet. It's hard to tell from here, but he managed to make the save. Puck still in the zone though for the Ammos. They tried to get a shot away. Imtaz was concerned there. It was loose in the slot, but the Happies have dumped it away. Just 24 seconds to go now on the penalty on Griffith. As the Ammos look to reset and the Happies get a change. Fresh legs out on the ice for them. Ammos have changed as well. In they come on the stick there of Atwood, who tries to get a shot away. It rattles off the glass in the back of the net though. Ineffective. No trouble, not troubling the scorer. And we are back to full strength for the Happies. Griffith straight back onto the ice and straight back into the game. She integrates straight away. That's exactly what you should do. Puck loose in the slot. Imtaz comes out to pick it up. It was loose and dangerous. A second chance. Goes around the back of the net this time. Happy's got to clear the puck out of the zone. They've been stuck down here for a while. Griffith came back on and did the right thing. Goes into the corner now to pick the puck up. Tries to get something on it to get past the pressure of Percy. Doesn't. Now it's loose again once more on the half boards. A backhander played in by Foggett and the whistle has blown. And we will have another penalty. And this time it's the Ammos. Heading over to the box is Percy. Percy is doing 2. So the Happies now with the power play with 7 minutes to play. So Samuel Percy will sit 2 minutes for a cross check. That's where you whack the opponent with a stick held between your hands. The referee gives a signal for that. Shaw just sitting high on the face-off for the Happies. They want to get a goal here. It's if they can take the lead, take advantage of this power play if possible. Taking a bit of a tumbling dive over the top and depriving them of a number there was Blunsom. As everyone has a bit of a tumble behind that. Blunsom now with a lot of room. He's got 2 in front of him and a lot of space. Going back to try and cover him, Juckett. Juckett wants to be careful as just circling around there was Blunsom. He didn't get a shot away in the end. He had a good chance, but the Happies did a good job of managing distance on the back check, just holding off and taking the lines away. They've got to break it out. They've got numbers, but you wouldn't know it the way they played that one. Going cross ice. This time finally they get some room, but racing back in a hurry. He's going to disrupt it. Is Blunsom, who's been very effective. He gets past Juckett. He's got 1 to beat in front of him. Blunsom gets onto his forehand, shoots. Imtaz plucks it out of the sky. Sard will be happy with that one. He will be showing his grandkids that if he has them. Certainly that'll be replayed on YouTube many, many times. Here's Imtaz, just watch the flash of that right mitt. Beautiful save there, Saad Imtaz. Brunson must be thinking, I can't buy a goal in this game. 5.5 minutes to play, 50 seconds on the penalty on Percy. So far, it's been a power kill for the Amos. They've been able to get more shots on the net than the Happies have been able to. Musso now with the puck skating up to the middle. She's got back-checking pressure on her though. Gets past one, gets knocked over for her troubles as she ran into Nottage. Nottage the most effective goal scorer, but Musso not troubled by it, straight back into the game. No harm done to there, no sign of a concussion. As the Happies, as the Ammo, dump the puck way back deep, and it'll have to be picked up by Yvette Thomas, who goes back. Rims the puck up the ice. She's looking for Shaw on the blue line. Shaw's robbed by Nottage, gets onto his forehand. Pushed wide, gets a shot away, it bounces off the side. I think that Imtaz didn't have that one, but fortunately for him it was wide. Nottage just a little bit random with the cannon today. On the penalty kill, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey now, straight back on the ice, and this time straight into the game wisely is Percy, who gets a shot, but Imtaz flashes the mid again and makes the save. Much better play there, Percy, straight out of the box, straight into the game. He gets a shot for his troubles. Let's see Imtaz again. Makes that save. He's not going to fall victim to how he went that first shot, which went awkwardly between glove and shoulder. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the second. 1 goal apiece. The Amos with 16 shots to 5, so they've outshot the Happies 3-1. It's a huge ratio. But they've only managed to trouble the scorer once with a goal. As Latham gets through, gets past one, gets past another. He's got no one in front of him except Paola. He shoots, but it goes wide. Paola shut down the line. Looked like a good chance. He's got McDonald calling for it. McDonald's now covered. Latham knows that. He has to try and go into the corner again. McDonald's tied up. Shot fired again. It just goes around the back of the net. It was a good chance for the Happies. Pinching in to try and get a shot away, but wasn't clean. It was Ning. Latham gets another shot, but it goes wide once more. Backhand chance, but they don't take it. As the Happies try to clear Happies clip the puck in the zone just. It's across onto the stick now of Wisnowski. But the Amos have iced the puck, but racing down to break, shut down and down as Corley, who does for the Happies, for the Amos, just shutting down the icing. And they regather as the Happies were making a change, but they can't keep the puck in the zone. In the end, they have to dump it in there through East. It's the right decision, but he's offside. And that gives the Happies a great opportunity for breakout if they can. They've got all this space. They put across ice, unfortunately for them, to no one in particular. And they've basically just given the puck away. Latham now has it. He's robbed of the puck. Coming through with some speed, chipping the puck up the ice. It gets onto the stick of Bentley. Bentley into the corner, but he's marked. They play cross ice looking for some help. Shot fired from a distance by Blunsum, who's been very effective, but not able to score as Imtaz shuts it down. But no, we've got a goal in the end. It was a third chance. Imtaz couldn't stop that one. He made the first save. So you see it's loose. His body's everywhere, strewn around, and I think shooting from his back. It looked like, no, I just lost the camera angle on the number, so I can't quite see who it was. It might have been, yeah, that was Michael East who got that one from a shot on his back. He'll be replaying that one to his friends and family in the pub after the game, that's for sure, as the Amos now with a 1-goal lead with 2 minutes to play in the second. Going through into the corner, Page. He's looking for an option in the slot, didn't have it. As this time the Happies look to clear it out of the zone. Not able to get past the stick of Percy, though, who kept it in. Now going into the corner with some speed. Froggatt, who's got a bit of pressure, looking around for options, trying to find someone in the slot. He's got Percy there if he can get it to him. So too Page. Page unmarked in the slot, but the puck leaves the zone. Nottage loses his footing, and we're going to have a penalty on, I think, Shaw. So Zach Shaw is going to do 2 for an elbow. I don't think it was deliberate, but that's not the point. He's still going to have to sit 2. The referee indicating that an elbow, so the elbow was raised. And the Happies go to the penalty kill again. So they will finish the period a player short, unless the Amos can score a goal. Because the Amos would prefer that they do that, and the Happies would dearly love to start the next period now short-handed. Puck loose in the slot, it was a good chance. Not able to finish it off though was East. So the Happies want to clear the puck out of the zone if they can. 1 minute to go in the period. Shot fired from distance. Imtaz swallows it up. It's loose in the slot though. The rebound was there. It was a nice shot in by Atwood. Ben Duncalf goes in to try and clear the puck out. Sorry, Daniel Jacquet. I'll get that right in a minute. Sorry, guys. Puck fired. Imtaz makes the first save. It goes around the back, but the rebound is still there. Happy's having to own the space, but they manage to clear the puck out of the zone, and that'll turn them around. 39 seconds to play in the period as Atwood gets past the check of Wisnowski. He's on his forehand, puts the puck across, got it onto the stick of, I think, Blunston, who fired it in. It hit a bit of metal, but not the bit that mattered. Blunston again tries to put the puck into the slot. It's loose. Shot fired from a distance by East, but it's saved. Imtaz got a pad down on the way of it. They can't clear the puck out of the zone, though, the Happies. They desperately need to. Jacquet just taking his time a little bit, finally gets the puck, but only as far as East on the blue line. They went cross ice, and that never gets intercepted. We've got to get the puck out of the zone now. Just 1 second to go. The clock might just beat the Ammos to the shot they wanted. And we will start the third with 43 seconds to go on the Blair Shaw penalty. Shaw setting two for an inadvertent elbow. So at the start of the third, we will have 5-4 as number 74, Blair Shaw, for the Happies will be sitting in the box for another 43 seconds. Some desperate work there, Saad Imtaz, who has turned himself inside out in this game, made a number of really good, very important saves, flashed the glove on a number of occasions and just plucked that puck out of the sky. Try and say that in a hurry. This is the last period of the grand finals. If we do come down to the last 2 minutes and there is a 2-goal or less difference between the two teams, we will go to stop time, where the clock will stop every time the referee blows the whistle. And if we go to all tied up at the end of regulation, we will have 5 minutes of 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. And if we're still tied up at the end of that, we'll go to a penalty shootout. Ammos with that 1-goal lead. It's not a lot, but they do have the power play. Can they get another one? Taking the face off for them, Percy. Percy beats McDonald and puts it across to his teammate in Froggatt. Froggatt leaves it behind, gives the puck back to Thompson, who dumps it in. Racing quickly to try and get it is Percy. Percy's battling with the defence there of the Happies. Squabbling for position in the slot is Froggatt and Jacquet. Jacquet having nothing of it. It's a battle for position in that particular space. Puck comes across the front of the net. Trying to spin it around on the backhand was Froggatt, but it's cleared out of the zone. Happies still stuck on the ice. They've only got 9 seconds left on the penalty kill. Just now onto the stick. The pass received by Page gets it past Griffith. And they clear the puck. Oh, Sam McDonald leaves it behind. Shaw came straight on the ice and ignored the puck that was right under his feet. Oh, Shawry. Anyway, you do you. Puck cleared up the ice now by the Happies, but they don't get it past the defence by the Ammos of the Happies. These two teams, very similar names. Poorly timed change, though, for the Happies. Went straight to Page. Shot fired from a distance, though, from a poor angle in the end by the Ammos. Another chance now for Page, but he's robbed by Jacquet, who goes cross ice. Musso's going to have to get there first for the Happies. He tries to get around the pressure, but just ducks out of the way of Froggatt, who was coming with speed. Musso gets past Froggatt this time, but blows a tyre in the process, just loses her footing. And so it's all a bit random at the moment through the neutral zone. Skating up to try and put some pressure is Jacquet. He's caught out. Duncalf now keeping the pressure on Mazzella, who tries to get the puck away, but is poked away by Bennett. Now, fortunately for the Happies, they managed to clear it out of the zone and got to Shaw. But he couldn't do it cleanly. Duncalf now has to wait. Shaw still way offside as he holds up, puts the puck across looking for Musso. Musso couldn't get there. Jacquet will dump it in deep wise. He was under pressure from Lockwood. And now the Ammos will break it out of their defensive zone if they can get past the forechecking pressure. Getting past the first two, Nottage. He's still got pressure on him from Duncalf, who steals the puck from him in the end. Nottage won't be happy about that and tries to take it away, but Duncalf gets a shot away. Blocked, though, by the dropping Nottage, who certainly made amends for that little bit of a puck handling error. Puck passed up ice, but not complete. Jacquet in the end with it for the Happies, who dumps it in. Musso's going to go in and put some pressure on it. And they reverse the puck out of the zone. The Ammos And Juckett now returns a favour. Just loses it down his foot. Manages to keep Latham on side. Latham picks it up on the half-boards, trying to get a shot into the net. And he's got a player in there. He's got a bit of room in the screen, but unfortunately it was deflected off something. Duncalf was there in the slot waiting for it. Duncalf's still waiting for it if they can get it to him, but they can't. And the Ammos will break it out the other way with speed. And here they come. Just caught there, though, was Atwood, the desperate back check there by Duncalf. As everyone's having a bit of a tumble as they come out of the zone. Behind the back of the net there, the Ammos trying to put it in the slot, but they're Happy's there to deal with it. Wisnowski left it behind. It's onto the stick of Percy, who shoots, but the save made once more. Imtaz, who has been superb. Desperate last-minute saves. One goal still the difference. 12.5 minutes to play in this grand final, third period. And it's going to go for an icing. No, it doesn't cross the line. So the Ammos will have to play it out. Just fan on it. Latham was there to try and take advantage of a fan pass. It's fired in by Griffith. And the referee blows the whistle and we will have a stoppage. Polar there, probably a little bit disappointed in his D. And it's those cross-ice passes. You know what happens. Apparently there's a drinking game on them. Shout out to all the boys and girls in the Dev squad. Congratulations to the Tigers for winning their grand final an hour or so ago. They didn't pass cross-ice out of D. Their coach would have barked at them. Anyway, it's deep in the corner now. Comes up high, kept in there by Bennett. Bennett gets it onto his forehand, just tries to deke around some pressure. Goes through the slot. Chance now for him once more as it's loose and tumbling around. Bit of a random salmon puck, that one. But racing back to keep it out of the zone was Bennett, who fixed the damage. Shaw tried to steal it. Bennett looks up ice, gets the puck out of the zone, and it'll be picked up now by Osis, who tries to get a two-handed backhand on it, but couldn't quite get enough on it. The Ammo's coming back through the middle. It's now on to the backhand stick of Froggatt, but he couldn't do anything with it. Shaw now looks up ice, trying to find an option. He had Juckett with him. Just fluffing on the clearance there, the Ammos, but they get it out of the zone. They're going to have to hurry because here comes, unfortunately for him, Page, who had all the space but didn't take the puck. McDonald gets past one but leaves the puck behind. Coming back the other way now, Nottage gets past Juckett, gets onto his forehand, tries to wind it. Juckett takes a stick, but it's not enough. And Nottage puts it through the 5-hole. Juckett thought he had him, but Nottage shows why he's so effective. Gets past the pressure. A little bit of a screen maybe. No, it goes straight through the 5-hole there of Imtaz. In his defence, that's the 24th shot on the net. So a 2-goal lead now to the Ammos with just over 10 minutes to play in the third. We will still have stop time with 2 minutes to go if it stays at this margin, or if the Habbies get one back. They just tip it through from the face-off. Duncalf trying to get it through to the Ammos D. Griffith will have to go back and pick it up. She's under pressure, manages to chip it up the boards. Doesn't get it out though. East hovering around in a threatening manner. Shot fired. Imtaz deflects that one high as it got across to Blunston, who's yet to score. Oh, has scored one. Has been very, very dangerous on a number of occasions. Had some great opportunities as the Ammos run into each other. Musso now tries to clear it out, but Griffith is battling with the much larger Thompson. And it's chipped up the ice in the end by Duncalf, who just sees a little bit of space in the sky. It'll be picked up now by Blunston, who runs around the back of the net. He's got to get past the pressure of Shaw. And doesn't get it out cleanly. The puck's still in the zone, but now the Ammos will clear it out. Duncalf runs afoul of Page, and Page will sit two on that occasion. Not too much argument about that one, I think. There's no real malice in it, but certainly Page will have to sit two, giving the Habbies a power play with just under 8 minutes to play in the period. They're going to need to get a goal here. They've got to bring it back. They're going to give themselves a chance in this game. They need a goal from this power play. Or at least from the pressure from it. The face-off one up high. It's chipped in by Juckett. Goes into the corner. As Juckett, the other one, gets the puck around the back of the net. He's looking for someone loose in the slot, and he has a player there free. If they can get it to Happy's loose in the slot, but it's stolen beautifully by Blunsum. And Blunsum wisely just dumps the puck in the end. They don't need to score any goals, the Ammos. They can just put it in deep. He had a chance, but he was smart. That's a wise decision there from Blunsum not to overcommit on the attack. And they don't need to score goals, the Ammos. And now we're going to have another penalty, and this time it's going to be on the Happies. And I think that is going to be on Daniel Jacquet, who will be sitting to. At least that's what it looks like. Of course, this is running down the penalty on the Ammos. They'll be happy about it as the referees have a bit of a chat. So that's taken another 20 seconds off the penalty for the Ammos, giving them less time for the 4-on-4. So it'll be 4-on-4 for about a minute, and then it will be 5-on-4, and the Happies will be on the penalty kill in the last couple of minutes of the game. Not what they would have wanted. They win the face-off, though, but it comes up to Nottage, who manages to keep the puck in, just hoiks it in on his backhand. And then trying to clear the puck out of the zone was Jacquet. Osis trying to stop Nottage. Nottage gets a shot away, but it's under a lot of pressure. And they clear the puck out of the zone. This time the Hammies, and it's gone deep. It's 4-on-4 at the moment for another 25 seconds. Nottage now picks it up with a lot of room in the middle of the neutral zone. Almost stolen there from him by Jacquet, who was skating back. Maybe he wasn't aware of the fact that he was there, Nottage. And just a bit of push and shove in the slot. It's cleared up the ice by the Happies. 9 seconds to go on the penalty on Dylan Page. And then it will be a power play to the Ammos. As Yvette Thomas dumps the puck deep down the ice. Nicely timed. It won't be an icing on her because the penalty had just ended. Dylan Page now straight onto the ice, picks up the puck, tries to do something constructive. He was looking for Froggatt. Froggatt didn't get to the puck first, but it's kept in though. And it's on the stick now. East, who's into the corner behind the back of the net. He's got to get past the pressure of Musso. Does so in the end. Just gets it on his forehand. It's loose in the slot, but there was no one there for the Ammos. They've got another chance to wind up and shoot the puck in. It's in the slot. Thomas was there. It's loose under Imtaz. He lost sight of it. But in the end, dropped down on top of it, and it was all swallowed up. So Sad Imtaz with another save. You can see a loose player in the back door there, just waiting around for it. But Imtaz got the puck. And 24 seconds to play on the penalty on Latham. Shot fired by once more Blunsum, who's got to be winning the record for the most number of shots on the net. It's stolen though by Musso, who gets it past everyone. They're on the penalty kill, the Happies, for just another couple of seconds. Latham about to come back on. Nice play there by Musso. She broke it up beautifully. Another graduate of the development program here. Shot fired from a distance was a cannon from Duncalf. That made Polar earn his biscuits. But it's dumped in deep now, and they're going to have to go back and pick it up. It won't be an icing now. It didn't have enough on it. And Ning goes back to, Ning had to go back and clean it up for the Happies. Duncalf couldn't get it. He was robbed by the effervescent Blunsum. East plays it across, looking for Blunsum, but it just went behind him. It's a bit of desperation diving there by Percy. Took the puck away from Shaw. The puck now behind the net. Just under 5 minutes now to play. We're into the final 5 of this grand final. 2 goals the lead to the Ammos. The Happies need one in a hurry. Can they do it? Yes. We all know that 2 goals is not much of a lead, especially if you're a Leafs fan. You've seen them lose from there on a number of occasions, but the Ammos looking good at the moment. Certainly a lot more shots on the net. 26-7. Shooting around the back of the net, trying to get a shot away. It's loose and they score. It was set up by Percy and finished by Page. Percy put the puck across the front and Page was there. Johnny on the spot, just taps it in. There wasn't much Imtaz could do about that one. He made the first save, so 3 goals now the difference. This means no stop time unless the Happies can get one back in a hurry. You see there's a big juicy rebound. Imtaz made the first one, but unfortunately for him, Page was there and just tapped it in. Tap, tap, taparoo, would say Happy Gilmore. And the Ammos now with a 3-goal lead. It's very difficult to do something about that with just 3.5 minutes to play. It's brought in now by Mazzarella, but broken out by Shaw, who clears the puck out of the zone. He was looking for Jacquet, but didn't quite get it to it. Shaw still with the puck. Just lost it a little bit. Had some help there by Osis, but Osis was caught out of position. And the Ammos will dump it all the way down deep. No icing the call. He's having to race back and pick it up. Bennett goes around the back of the net under pressure, plays straight up the middle. They've got to take some chances now, the Happies, and they will look for them to pull the goalie any minute. As offside was Zach Corley, who had to come back in a hurry. Playing it back in again, though, Gabriel Wilson. It ends up now across the ice onto the stick of Jacquet, who's got players in front of him and a little bit of room. He's pushed deep into the corner. They haven't pulled the goalie yet. They're happy. They're going to need to do something. It's a grand final. They've got 3 minutes and 3 goals. They're going to have to take some risks. But at a moment, taking the risks, it is Blunsum. Blunsum comes in close, gets a shot, but the save made once more. Imtaz got in the way. It's into the slot up high. It'll be played out quickly onto the stick of Wisnowski. He tries to chip it up to his teammate. They're caught offside, Shaw. And having to race now to pick it up is Jacquet in a hurry. He's under pressure from East. East gets there first and dumps it in. Jacquet couldn't quite make it in time. As it'll be picked up now by Thomas. She tries to clear it up the boards. Just doing a little backflip there was Latham, who was well positioned but couldn't finish it off. Under 2.5 minutes now to play. Thomas looking up ice. He's looking for movement. Doesn't see any. She's got players standing still. She tries to find Latham and does. Latham's covered. Has to get onto his forehand if he can, but he's pushed into the corner and dispossessed. The Happies will have to reset as the Ammos get it out of the zone once more. Sam McDonald now putting pressure on. As the Ammos, all they need to do is get possession now, just on 2 minutes to go. There's no stop time at the moment. Shot fired from a distance is deflected wide. It was Blunsum again with the shot. I tell a lie, it was Percy. And we have a player down. Now, unfortunately for the Happies, that's going to keep running the clock down. And looks like we may have a concussion here. Yep, referee signalling concussion. 21 days off, asking all about it. I've had the same. It does happen, but we hope it's not a bad one. It's just helped off the ice. There is Jackson Atwood for the Ammos. And finishing the game in the penalty box will be Jack Jacquet. But it's all going to be a little bit academic with with just over a minute. By the time the puck is dropped, there'll be a minute to go, and 3 goals the margin. That's pretty hard to get back, especially on a penalty kill. I'm not saying it can't be done. But, let's just say that the Happies are going to have to get a bit of puck luck. Under a minute now to play, so they take the face off. The Ammos take the face off on the backhand of the centre in Percy. Happies have got to clear the puck out. It goes up to Nottage, who just wisely dumps it deep into the corner. He doesn't have to do anything fancy. The Ammos know that all they need to do is keep control. Just pushed hard off the puck. In the corner was Chantal Ning. As they go around the back of the net, 30 seconds now to play in the game. Floating loose, there's a puck loose behind the net. Happies have got to clear it out now. They're playing for pride. Nottage comes in, pinches in off the boards. He's got Percy back behind him trying to help out. Now the puck is up the ice. Latham with the last chance at the moment for the Happies if he can get there first, but he's beaten to the puck. It's under his feet. Tries to get the puck up, finds Duncalf. There's a penalty and a shot. It bounces, but there's no stop time. Latham not very happy with Froggatt. A little bit of push and shove. That's not going to end well, especially at the end of the game. Nottage comes over as well, third man in, so we may well see some additional penalties handed out. But it doesn't matter from the point of view of the game. The Ammos take that one 4-1 over the Happies. Commanding display for them. 30 shots on the net to 7 for the Happies. 1 to Blunsum, who was outstanding throughout the game for them. 1 also to Page and 1 to Nottage. I'm just trying to find where the other one was. It'll be on here somewhere, but regardless, and 1 for the Happies was scored by Duncalf early on from a nice face-off, chip through and win. So that concludes our grand final coverage here at iceHQ for winter 2025. The winners of the Division 8 grand final, the Melbourne Amateur Hockey Club, the Ammos, they beat the Happies 4-1. Thank you very much for being with us all here through this coverage of the grand final series here at iceHQ. We hope you've enjoyed it all. I'm Carl Brewer, and I've had a lot of fun bringing it to you. So thank you again for being with us. Tomorrow we start our throwback tournament, where the beer league here started off way back in 2019 or whatever it was, maybe 2018. A whole bunch of us started back there when the rules were different, the jerseys were different, team names were different, the league even had a different name. But it's been a lot of fun. Thank you very much for being with us, and we'll be with you tomorrow night for more hockey here at iceHQ. We live, breathe, eat and sleep the